Skeleton Soldier Couldn't Protect the Dungeon is a Korean manhwa and webtoon about an undead skeleton who failed to protect his master and died trying. However, he was revived 20 years in the past when he was first born. He's determined, using this second chance that he was given, he will become stronger and protect his master in this lifetime. But he failed again. The one he wanted to protect was raped and killed, and he too died soon after. But then, he awoken once again. He was revived again, back to where he started. His ability is basically return by death. If you've seen ReZero, his ability is similar to Subaru's power, where every time he dies, he reverses time and goes back to where he was before. But there are some minor differences, like the fact that he's allowed to tell other people about his ability, and the fact that he keeps his strength even after he dies. This manhwa kind of reminds me of Dark Souls. Skeleton Soldier Couldn't Protect the Dungeon is set in an alternate fantasy magical world with fantasy monsters and undeads with necromancy and other magical stuff. And the main character is an undead, similar to Dark Souls. And he dies constantly. And every time he dies, he reverses time and goes back to his last checkpoint. Which reminds me of me when I play Dark Souls and I die a million times to that one boss. So, he starts off weak, but as he keeps fighting and training, he becomes stronger and stronger. But he never becomes overpowered. He becomes strong and overcomes obstacles. But he's never overpowered. He has a leveling system as well, where he can see his own stats and he can level up his abilities. So it's also similar to the Dark Souls soul level system. But like the vibe of the manhwa is quite different from Dark Souls, but it was kind of cool how it reminded me of Dark Souls. And this series is by no means related to Dark Souls. So even if you haven't played Dark Souls, this series is perfectly like separate from Dark Souls. I just thought it was kind of cool how it reminded me of Dark Souls. So I really like this series. The main character is an underdog. He starts off like very weak. He's basically like a level 1 skeleton that you can find in the first dungeon of any RPG game basically. But using his ability to level up and his ability to like come back after dying, he slowly gets stronger. He gets more skilled. And he just overcomes obstacles. But the thing is, he doesn't get overpowered. He meets so many other incredibly powerful people that make him look like a literal insect. He becomes stronger, but he is nothing compared to some of the big guys in this story. And if you want an overpowered protagonist that can defeat anyone, like from weak to strong to overpowered, this series is probably not it. The main character is realistic. He gets stronger, and he is very badass, but he struggles. He feels very human as he like struggles and he has emotions, which is ironic because he's a literal skeleton made of bones. As I was reading this series, I realized that some people didn't like the fact that the main character struggles. Like, the main character, he struggles and he makes mistakes. But for some reason, whenever he does make a mistake, people in the comments just like shit on him for some reason. Like, they're stupid. This guy, he's not perfect. He feels very human and acts very human, despite being a literal pile of bones. He kills people. He's pretty badass when he needs to be. But he also acts human sometimes. And he's not the only good character in the story as well. There are a couple cool side characters as well. Later on in the series, he meets this really evil guy who like tries to kill the main character at first, but then eventually after stuff happens, they eventually work together and become like not friends, but like companions, comrades. They work together. And there are a lot of cool side characters that's not just the main character. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's not just the main character. So overall, I really like this series. I really enjoyed it. with an underdog skeleton protagonist. His experiences remind me a lot of my Dark Souls experience, just dying over and over and over, feeling absolutely hopeless. But then you slowly overcome those obstacles, you grow stronger, feel arrogant, only to find a new overpowered boss to get your ass whooped. But then you still eventually overcome all obstacles. And yeah, maybe I enjoyed this series more because of my Dark Souls experience. Like, I can kind of relate to him. Funny how I'm relating my gaming experience to this guy who's actually suffering. But anyways, this story is actually really good. It has some pretty badass and hype moments. Yeah, and it also has some decent art. While the art is not like amazing like Solo Leveling or some other series, the art is very, very good. I just love this novel. Well, manhwa. I just love this manhwa. It's been a while since I last read it, and it's got a lot more chapters now, but I'm probably going to reread it soon. This is such an underrated webtoon. Like, literally almost no one talks about it. Like, it's so underrated and so unknown. Like, when I discovered this, I was like, how does more people not know about this? I recommend you go read it. Like, it's actually pretty good. So basically, that wraps up this video. I hope I didn't overhype this series for anyone, because like, this is my actual feelings. I really enjoyed this series, but some people might not enjoy it as I did. So keep that in mind. So anyways, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. This is cringe, but please do leave a like and comment and subscribe. Leave a like and comment. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.